Good afternoon, everyone, especially to Sir Stephen. We are Group 11. I'm Jamala Madid, and joining me as reporters are April Joy Raterta and Lawrence Obalde. Today, we will discuss the Philippine Sustainable Development Programs, their objectives, and the rules played with various stakeholders.
Sustainable development is integral to the Philippines' national agenda. Alignment of policies for environmental and economic progress. Aligning economic and environmental policies is vital for sustainable development, allowing for economic growth without compromising environmental integrity. So, nasa 5 case strategies include. So, first, pricing pollution. So, the pricing pollution is implementing mechanisms like carbon taxes to internalize environmental costs. Second, resource efficiency, promoting efficient use of resources through eco-labeling and waste reduction. Third, investing in green technologies, supporting research in renewable energy and sustainable practices to drive innovation. Fourth, addressing policy misalignments, ensuring that different policies do not contradict each other, such as removing fossil fuel subsidies. Fifth, sustainable consumption, encouraging responsible consumer behavior to create demand for eco-friendly products. So, establish a Philippine Agenda 21, a roadmap for sustainable development. Philippine Agenda 21 or PE 21 is the country's comprehensive framework for sustainable development, adopted in 1996 following the Global Agenda 21. It aims to balance economic growth with environmental protection and social equity through several key features. So, ang Philippine Agenda kay gibuhat para mahimong basihan para sa atong development. Iyang goal ani kay para mabalance ang atong economy to grow nga dili maguba ang atong environment. In short, protecting our environment while aiming for economic growth. Incentive projects, development of industrial ecosystem. Industrial ecosystems are like mini cities where business work together to share resources, recycle waste, and use energy more efficiently. It's like a big recycling program for factories. It's helped to protect the environment and makes businesses more sustainable. Industry self-regulation and upgrading. Self-regulation, imagine a group of business in a particular industry like clothing manufacturers. They decide to work together to make sure everyone follows certain rules about things like fair labor practices and environment protection. Upgrading is they push each other to get even better. They might invest in newer, cleaner technology or find ways to reduce waste. Together, self-regulation and upgrading make the industry more responsible and sustainable, benefiting both businesses and the environment. Hazardous waste management facilities. So, hazardous waste management facilities are like special recycling centers for dangerous stuff like chemicals and medical waste. They use special techniques to make the waste safe and dispose of it properly. This is this is important because it protects us and the environment from harmful materials. Modern sewage system for industrial or municipal waste. Sewage systems are getting smarter. They're using new technologies to clean wastewater better, recover valuable resources like energy and fertilizer, and prevent pollution. It's like a super efficient recycling system for what? This help pro- this help protect the environment and makes our cities more sustainable. Restoration of water catchments, basins, and waterways. So imagine a river that's been polluted and its banks are damaged. Restoring it means cleaning the water, planting trees along the banks, and making sure the water flows naturally again. This helps the river become healthy, supports wildlife, and makes sure we have clean water for everyone. Emission testing facilities, mobile and stationary. So imagine a car going to the doctor for a checkup. Emission testing facilities are like that. But for cars and factories, they check how much pollution they're releasing and make sure they're meeting safety standards. This helps keep our air clean and healthy for everyone. Long-term Philippine Development LTPDP or Plan 21 2020-2025. LTPDP, a framework in the 21st century or new millennium, emphasizing reduce ecological destruction in economic activities. So, ang LTPDP kay usa siya ka program nga ang main goal kay to reduce ecological reduction and preservation of environment. So, na siya duha ka example like Plan 21 builds on the soil foundations created by medium-term Philippine Development (MTPD) o Plan 21 sets of broad development direction of the country and will serve as the basis of the detailed plans of the sector.
The long-term Philippine Development Plan or LTPDP is ensuring the continuation of uh, policies based on number one, self-responsibility. Ang self-responsibility niya is, for example, is ang pag-mandatory sa mga projects nga naay potential nga ma-harm sa environment. Number two is productivity. Ang example niya na is ang pag-support sa mga eco-friendly infrastructure projects. Number three is creation of opportunities through competitive markets. Ang examples niya na ang pag-support sa eco-friendly product. And lastly, enlighten the government regulations. Ang examples niya sana is ensuring regulations remain effective and efficient. The Philippine government has implemented a number of programs that aim to integrate environment and development process. Number one is Integrated Environment Managed for Sustainable Development or IEMSD. Uh, this program is a holistic approach that combining environmental management, conservation, and sustainable development to ensure ecological balance and human well-being. So, kini siya nga program is ang ga-ensure sa environment nga maprotektahan ang kalikasan. Ang examples niyan is ang pagpatupad sa Republic Act 8749 or Clean Air Act. Muna siya isa ka example sa IEMSD. So number 2, ang number 2 is capacity building in supporting of the Philippine Council for Sustainable Development or PCSP projects. The PCSD is a potent mechanism for strengthening civil society and its role in sustainable development. The PCSD is committed to sharing information necessary for members to make clear, firm, informed judgment on policy issued will ensure the effectivity of the council. Kini nga program is para ma-improve ang pagpamahala sa kalikasan. Para bitaw ma-implement nila na need nila mag-training o pagsunod sa patakaran para maprotektahan ng kalikasan. And that's all. Thank you.
Again, I'm Jamala Madid to discuss the sub-programs under Integrated Environmental Management for Sustainable Development or IEMSD. First is the Environmental and Natural Resources Accounting or ENRA. This program involves quantifying or valuing natural resources, pariyan ng mga forests, waters, and minerals, and to understand their contributions sa atong economic activities para makita sa mga policymakers and stakeholders ang cost of depleting sa aning resources compared sa benefits na ilahang makuha if ilahaning i-preserve. Example is assessing the economic value of Tubataha Reef to the local fishing tourism industries para i-justify ang conservation effort if worth it ba siya sa tanan work buhaton in terms of number or money. Another example is the overfishing in the Visayas Sea nga nahimong noong mas strict ang regulation sa fishery tungod sa overfishing as it has impacted the economy. This program helps us measure the depletion and degradation of natural resources. Second is the integration of environmental and socio-economic development. The purpose of this program is to align economic development sa atong ecological preservation. Also encourages sa balance between sa use of natural resources or ginagamit o sa atong social needs. And the third one is the Environment Impact Assessment or EIA. This program ensures nga ang mga development projects mag-undergo og assessment para ma-evaluate ang mga potential environmental risk before i-implement. Tanan projects involving environment na ay prerequisites mag-undergo sa EIA for project approval as they measure and give guidelines if there are risks identified. Example is katong implementation sa zero waste cities where communities are trained nga i-segregate, recycle, and compost waste, significantly improving our waste management. And the fifth one is the Environmental and Natural Resources or ENR. This program focuses on the conservation and efficient utilization of natural resources. Also, ginasupport niya ang biodiversity preservation and sustainable use. Example is establishment of marine protected areas that gina-conserve ang coral reef and fish population, such as the Apo Island Marine Reserve, which benefits both the ecosystem and local fisherfolk. Is the project management support system. This program, or the purpose of this program, is to provide administrative and technical support for the effective implementation of sustainability initiatives. Also, para ma-ensure ang coordination sa atong stakeholders, para ma-monitor and ma-evaluate ang program progress. To ensure nga ang mga projects na ma-implement are aligned sa atong national goals. Major groups involved in sustainable development. First is the non-governmental organization or NGOs and people's organization or POs. These groups are pivotal or crucial in sustainable development process because of their grassroots connections like the barangay and their advocacy efforts. They act as intermediaries sa local communities and national institution. Example is the Harihon Foundation, Tanggol Kalikasan, and Gawad Kalinga. Second is the indigenous peoples and communities. Indigenous groups and local communities are essential para sa atong stakeholders in sustainable development due to their depth connections to natural resources and traditional knowledge, as they contribute to biodiversity conservation through their traditional ecological knowledge. Conclusion. Sustainable development in the Philippines relies on collaboration across sectors. Programs like PA21 and LTPD set a clear path for an eco-friendly and economically viable future. Active participation for all major groups ensures holistic development. And that would be the end of our report. Thank you.